an hour and some pretty heavy rainfall. So all you need to do is just stay updated with the latest forecast, have a way to receive any warnings that could potentially come out. And the best way to do that, as always, is by downloading the WFA Plus app to your TV or your phone. This is our UNT Denton camera. Nothing but sunshine. It is starting out a little cool. We're only in the 50s, at least for most of us. 60 degrees though in downtown Dallas. We're at 53 in Denton, 56 in Fort Worth, 54 in Greenville, and 61 right now in Corsicana. Satellite and radar very quiet. Again, we're just going to see lots of sunshine as we go throughout the afternoon, calling it mostly sunny. The wind's going to stay light. I think at noon today that wind's going to be out of the southeast between 5 to 10, looking at a temperature of 70 degrees at that time. 2 o'clock. The wind's now more to the east. Temperatures still make it into the middle 70s, and then by 4 o'clock, 76. At 6 o'clock, we're staying at 76 degrees. Eventually later tonight, those temperatures do go back down into the 50s. We are expecting at least a chance of rain every day this week. We're going to talk about which days have the highest threat of seeing severe weather coming up in just a little bit. Tiffany, heavy rain. So all you need to do is just stay updated with the latest forecast, have a way to receive any warnings that could potentially come out. And the best way to do that is by downloading the WFA Plus app. So for Tuesday, we've got, at least in the Metroplex, a marginal risk for seeing quarter-size hail, wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. So that's going to be on a 1. On a scale of 1 to 5, we're only going to be at a 1, at least for now. Right now, though, just to our south, Hillsborough, Corsicana, Meridian, Mejia, we're going to be under a slight risk for severe weather. So that severe threat actually gets a little bit higher the farther south you go across North Texas. Today, though, nice and quiet. This is our Dallas left field camera. We've got lots of sunshine. Temperatures are literally on the cool side, and we've got a very light wind. So satellite and radar showing basically nothing but sunshine, and we're going to see mostly sunny skies as we go throughout the entire day today. We're at 54 in Gainesville, 53 right now in Denton, 60 degrees in downtown Dallas, but 56 in Fort Worth and 55 over in Mineral Wells. Later today, we're going to be back in the 70s. I think temperatures may be a degree or two higher than yesterday. 74 in Denton, 75 in Dallas, 72 in Decatur, and 73 today in Corsicana. And then overnight tonight, we're going to stay mostly clear. Temperatures drop back down into the 50s, mid to upper 50s for a lot of us. But eventually, the rain will be moving back in, and it's starting to speed up a little bit as far as at least showers and a few thunderstorms are concerned. This is going to be 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think the Metroplex is going to be dry during that time, but we will notice increasing clouds with rain and possibly a few thunderstorms in some of our far western counties. But by the time we get to about noon, there will be a low coverage of at least some light rain around the Metroplex and maybe some scattered light rain as we go throughout the early part of the afternoon. Later in the evening, that coverage goes back down, but it's going to be pretty early by the time we get into Tuesday morning. So that's going to be your morning commute. This is 7 a.m. on Tuesday, and we do have scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, but the intensity and the coverage that goes up by the time we get to about midday. So that's 11 a.m. Rain and storms, possibly severe. By the time we get to later in the evening, I think that threat for severe weather will eventually shift off to the south and east. And by Wednesday, we're keeping clouds around with a chance of some light rain. So how much rain are we expecting? Well, I think at this point, all the way through about Thursday, we could see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches across parts of the Metroplex, but the slightly higher totals will stay just off to the south and east. Today, though, mostly sunny. It's going to be another beautiful day. Temperatures in the middle 70s, and then overnight tonight, under mostly clear skies, we're dropping down into the upper 50s. By tomorrow morning, we're going to notice clouds moving in for Cinco de Mayo. 40% coverage of rain and storms later in the day, but really not expecting that severe threat for Monday. That will change, though, on Tuesday. On Wednesday, a 20% coverage of rain and storms. And then Thursday and Friday, we're going to keep
looking for those Star Wars plans.
I think just fine. I guess it depends on what you're going to be doing. I've never seen Star Wars, believe it or not, but I know it's crazy. But, you know, we are expecting eventually the weather to change. That's not going to be today, though. So if you have any events you want to attend outside, you're going to be just fine. Our WFA weather alert day, that's going to be on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we could see some severe storms, and we're talking up to quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, and some very heavy rainfall. So all you need to do is stay updated with the latest forecast, have a way to receive any warnings that do come out, and the best way to do that is by downloading the WFA Plus app. Right now, though, nothing but sunshine. It's gorgeous. This is our DBU camera. It's a little on the cooler side. We're only in the upper 50s with a very light wind. We're at 53 degrees in Denton, 60 in downtown Dallas, 59 in Athens, 57 in Graham, 55 degrees in Mineral Wells. And again, satellite and radar very quiet. Eventually later today, we may see a few clouds, but keeping it mostly sunny. So at noon today, the wind's going to be out of the southeast between 5 to 10 miles an hour. Temperature of 70 degrees. By 2 o'clock, the wind's shifting to the east, still light. Temperature of 74 4 degrees. By 4 o'clock, we're going to be in the mid-70s. We stay in the mid-70s at 6 o'clock, and then eventually overnight tonight, we're going to cool back down into the 50s. Rain is in the forecast for every day this upcoming week. We're going to talk about more specifically when we could see some severe storms and how much rain we're expecting this time around coming up in just a little bit. Tiffany?
Thanks so much, Cassie.